Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I welcome you back to this channel with Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So today we continue from where we stopped in our last class. So we have question number 6 here. The question says you should find the value of x if 3 multiplied by 8 is equals to x mod 9. So this mode means modular arithmetic. So this is a modular arithmetic problem. And how do we solve problems like this? Very simple. What this simply illustrates is that when you multiply 3 by 8, the result must be equals to x mod 9. So let's multiply 3 by 8 and let's see what we have. Of course, we have 24, right? So, but 24 is not an element of 9. The element of 9 is from 0 to 8. So how do we get the number that will be equivalent to that 24? How do we get that? Is by dividing that number by 9. So we have an expression like this now. 24 mod 9. So you divide this 24 by 9. So what do we have? We have 2 remainder 6. So it is that remainder that will represent the value of x. So in that case, we can now arrange this as what? 3 multiplied by 8 is equals to 6 mod 9. So when you compare the two, x will be equals to what? 6. Do you understand that? So when you divide 24 by 9, you have 2. Then remainder what? Remainder 6. So it is that remainder you place as the equivalent value for what? For 24. Because the 6 still falls in the element of what? Of 9. So our value of x is equals to what? 6. So the answer is option C. So I believe that is clear. Okay. So the next question, we have question 7. Says, if log 3 in base 10 is equals to 0.4771, evaluate log 8.1 in base 10. Now let's bring out the parameters. The parameter is we have log 3 in base 10 to be equals to 0.4771, and we are looking for what? Log 8.1 in base 10. So this is what we are looking for. Now the first thing for us to do is to express this log 8.1 in base 10 back to a standard form. What do I mean by that? Log 8.1, look at it, in base 10 can be expressed in form of a fraction like this. Log 81 all divided by what? 10. So we can have it as log 81 over 10 in base 10. So this is same thing as this. So in the rule of logarithm, whenever you have a division sign changes to what? Subtraction. So we can split this 81 over 10 into separate log. So we will have something like this. Log 81 in base 10 minus log 10 in base what? 10. You can see I've split this 81 over 10 into separate what? Logarithm. So now the next thing for us to do is to convert this back to exponential form, because 3 can actually go in 81. So that's 3 raised to the power 4. So we can convert this back to exponential form by having something like this. Log 3 raised to the power 4 minus, now of course in logarithm, whenever you have the base to be the same thing as a number, the value to that parameters there is 1. So whenever you have log 10 in base 10, that's 1. And whenever you have log, let's say similarly you have something like this now, log 4 in base 4 is still what? 1, as far as you're having the same parameters. So this is equals to minus 1. Now on further expression, we can also, let me do that here. This one is same thing as 4 log 3 in base 10, because when you have an expression like this in logarithm, you are expected to bring the power to the front here. Okay, then minus what? 1. And we have been told that log 3 in base 10 is equals to 0.4771. So let's just replace back. We should have 4 multiplied by 0.4771 minus 1. So if you multiply this in calculator, let's do that with calculator to save time. So 4 multiplied by 0.4771, that gives me 1.9084. 1.9084 minus 1. So you can see this 1.9084 is actually part of the option, but that is not our final answer. So that's why I have to be careful. So you have to subtract this 1 from this 1.9084. So minus 1 will have 0.9084 as our final answer. And that match with what? Option D. So this is option D. So the correct answer is option D. So I believe this is clear. question 8. We have question 8 here. It says, given that 2 log y equals to 8 log p plus 4 log q. So express y in terms of p and q. So let me bring out the expression first. The expression is, we have 2 log y is equals to 8 log p plus 4 log q. So this is actually change of what? Subject or formula, but with an expression in logarithm. So the first thing you need to do is to change the form of this logarithm. How do we change the form? I can as well take these two back to the power of this. So this is going to be equals to log y raised to power 2. I can also change this to what? Log p raised to power what? 8 plus what? Log q raised to power what? 4. So I have just one log here, but I have 2 log here. So we connected with what? With addition. And the rule of logarithm, whenever you have an addition between 2 logarithm, as far as their base are the same, that is the logarithm base are the same, you are expected to what? To multiply. So that means addition changes back to what? Multiplication. So this thing remains as what? Log y raised to power 2. Then I combine these two by saying log p raised to power 8 multiplying q raised to power what? 4. So I have log on this side, I have another log on this side. This can cancel out this. So I'm left with what? I'm left with y squared is equals to what? P raised to power 8 and q raised to power 4. So from the question, we are asked to express y, not y squared. So you are expected to eliminate this squared by finding the square root of what? Of both sides. So if I take the square root of both sides, I will have y is equals to square root of what? P raised to power 8, q raised to power 4. So let me express that out. This same thing as saying p raised to power 8, we have its own square root, multiplying q raised to power 4, also have its own square root, because the meaning of this sign means 1 over 2. So I can cancel out this 2 here 1, 2 here 4, 2 here 1, 2 here 2. So I'll be left with what? Y is equals to p raised to power 4 on this side, then multiplying q raised to power 2 as my final answer. So let's check the option together. So the option that suits this is option E. So our answer is what? Option E. So, and that's for question 8. The next question, question 9 on the board. We are told to calculate the compound interest on 1,200.00 cover for 4 years at 8% per annum. So in this case, you are looking for the compound interest. I will short that as CI is unknown. Of course, compound interest on this 1,200. So this is not the real amount. This is actually the principal. So the principal in this case is equals to 1,200.00 what? Kobo. For 4 years, that's the number of years, n equals to 4. Of course, 8% per annum, that's the rate, that's the interest rate is 8%. Now, for us to get the compound interest is related with this formula. Amount is equals to principal plus the compound interest. So I can call this equation 1 because something is missing here. We don't know the amount, so we need to calculate the amount first for us to be able to get the what? The compound interest. So how do we get the amount from compound interest? Question like this. Amount is generally given as principal bracket 1 plus the rate in percentage all raised to power what? N. And this is also equivalent to principal bracket 1 plus R all over what? 100 all raised to power what? N. So of course we have all these parameters here. So we can replace all these parameters now into this formula. So amount will be equals to what? The principal, which is P. That gives us what? 1,200 bracket 1 plus then the rates in percentage, which is what? 8 over what? 100. You have expressed that out already. So N is equals to what? 4. Let's replace that too. So from what we have here, we can evaluate the one inside the bracket first. So amount will be equals to what? 1,200 bracket 1 plus. So if you divide this in calculator, you should have 0.08. Let me clean this part so that you can see clearly. So, okay. So from what we have now, we have the amount. Let me write it out here. Amount equals to what now? 1,200 bracket 1 plus what? This will give you 0.08 all raised to power what? 4. So let me wipe this part off. Okay. So don't forget we are using that equation. Okay. So good. So from what we have now, we have it as amount would therefore be equals to what? 1,200 bracket. Then when you evaluate this is going to give you 1.08 all raised to power 4. So this is equals to what? 1200 multiplied by, let me just evaluate this direct. So 1.08 raised to power 4 now. Raised to power 4. That give me 1.36 1.3605. That's approximately, okay, to 4 decimal place. So let's multiply 1200 multiplied by 1.3605. So I have this equals to what? 1632.6. So this is in what? Naira. So naira what? 1632.6. So this is our amount. Okay, since we know amount now to be, so now let me divide it. So we know amount to be equals to what? Naira 16326 point 6, according to what we have here. Good. So we can get our what? Our compound interest by using this equation 1. So replacing this equation now, amount will be equals to what? Okay, let me use that. Let me use this side. My don't have enough space, so that's why. So let me just use this side. So from this formula now, we have it as 1632.6 is equals to the principal, which is 1000 what? 200 plus what? The compound interest. So if you collect like times now, the compound interest will be equals to what? 1632.6 minus 1200. So of course, compound interest will therefore be equals to what? So let's subtract minus 1200. So I have it as 432.6. So this is going to be in naira because we have everything in naira. So we have our compound interest to be 432.6, and that's equivalent to what? Okay, of course, equivalent to what? To option C. That's approximately to option C. So that's our final answer for question 9. So the next question, we have question 10 on board. Given sets A, B, and C such that A equals to as an element of A1, C4, D, B, B4, and so on and so forth. As you can see, the elements in a set, they must be represented with a lowercase letter. So I must not have, maybe there must not be like capital letters here. It has to be lowercase letters. So you can see everything is lowercase letter. So we have to find A union B in bracket intersection A union C. It is very simple. Now there's a difference between union and intersection. Union means joining two sets together to make a single set. So for us to find A union B, you can see the question has occupied most of my space. So let's just take this first. A union B means I'm joining A and B together in a single set without repetition. Take note of that. That is, must not repeat two numbers or letters or elements at the same time. So if I join this and this together, of course, if I start with the letters, I will have A coming first. If I decide to rearrange them, A will be coming first, followed by B. You know, I'm joining this and this together now. Then followed by what? C. Of course, followed by what? D. So the next thing, I cannot take the numbers. I can start with 0, 1, 4, 6, 7, and what? 9. So this is what we have for A union B. We have take this and this together in a single set, just like that. So similarly, we go for A union C. We do the same thing for A union C. For A union C, also join them. That's combination of this and this now in a single set. So we have, starting with A again. Good. Do I have B? No. I have C next. Then I have D. Then I can now start with the numbers now. I have 1. I have 2. I have 4. I have 5. I have 8. And I have 9. So I just try to arrange it alphabetically and numerically. That's ascending order. So we have this combination now. We now follow the rules of intersection. Intersection means what is common to this A union B and A union what? C. So let me just put that here. Therefore, A union B, therefore, intersects A union C will now be equal. So let's look at what's common to them. A is common here to them. We have A. C is C common to them. B is not common to them, so we rule out B. But C is common to them. Take C. D is also common to them. We take D. Then do we have 1 common to them? We also have 1 common to them. Of course, we don't have 0 common to them. Then we have what again? We have 4 common to them. That's common element. Then we also have what? 9 common to them. So this is the element that are common to A union B, intersection A union C. So this is our final answer. So let's check the option out. The option C merge with this answer. Option E go along with this answer. So our answer is what? E. And that's all. Okay, so question 11. We have the last question here. Says, in a chemistry class, a student recorded 21.23 centimeter cube for the theta value of 21.32 centimeter cube. Find the percentage error correct to 1 decimal place. Good. Now, let us analyze this question very well. In a chemistry class, a student recorded, this is the recorded value for the theta value. So that means the student is expected to get this value, but he recorded his value as this. So that means this is going to be our wrong value. The wrong value, or let me just put it the way the question is wrong theta value. Wrong theta value is equals to 21.23 centimeter cube. So for the value of this, that will be the actual theta value. The actual theta value is equals to what? 21.32 centimeter cube. So our advice, whatever parameters we are given in the question, just follow it. There's nothing like maybe wrong length or an actual length here, because this unit is not length. It's not unit of length. It is a unit for volume. So you have to be specific by using that same thing you are given. Theta value means volumetric analysis in chemistry, and we are measuring something with the aid of what? Of cylinder, cylindrical parameters like that are measured is unit as well, centimeter cube. So we have the wrong theta value and have the actual theta value. So how do we get the error here? That's the first thing. Before we can get the percentage error, we need the error first. So error is equals to the actual value, that's actual theta value minus the wrong theta value. So the actual theta value is 21.32 minus 21.23. So when we subtract this, we have, let me do that in calculator for you to be faster, minus 21.23. I have 0.09 centimeter cube. That's our error. So we have to find the percentage error, and percentage error is always equals to the error all over the actual value. Let me use ATV, okay? I believe you understand that. Actual theta value multiplied by what? 100. So please, you understand this? Actual theta value. So if you replace our values here, now let me manage this space for that. So I will have percentage error equals to the error, which is what? 0.09, all divided by the actual theta value, which is what? 21.32. This is centimeter cube, also centimeter cube. Then multiply by what? 100. So this centimeter cube will cancel that centimeter cube. So of course you have your percentage error now to be equals to, let's multiply that. So we have times 100 divided by 21.32. So we have 0.4221. So, but we are asked to approximate this to correct to what? To 1 decimal place. So I've explained this several times under approximation. For correct to 1 decimal place, means you are starting from here. So the value here, it is under what? Round down. So you cannot round up this to this. So the answer would be 0.4000 like that. So our answer is going to be option B. So option B is the correct answer to that. So that's the percentage error from that question. So this will be the end of today's class. Follow me on this channel by subscribing to this channel. Turn on the bell notification and like this video. Share this video to your learned colleagues. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye for now.